A House of Commons committee has just voted unanimously to examine ways to expedite the refugee claimant process for Yazidi ethnic religious minorities in Iraq and Syria. These Yazidis are facing genocide at the hands of ISIS in ISIS-held territories. Under former Prime Minister Stephen Harper, ethnic and religious minorities like Yazidis and Assyrians were given priority in Canada's refugee system because Canadians recognized these people were under the most immediate threat from ISIS, something that even ISIS has openly admitted to. The Liberals ended this process when they took power, saying the idea of prioritizing refugees was racist. And finally, now, after a shaming campaign by the Conservative opposition, the Liberals have been forced to act. Here.
We take this situation very seriously. We are studying it. We are welcoming a number of Yazidis into Canada in coming weeks, and we will work very hard to do more, not just for Yazidis, but to other endangered groups in difficult-to-reach territories of the world.
We know ISIS has been openly admitting to committing genocide against these people. ISIS brags about it. ISIS has even promised to bring their targeting of religious minorities to Europe and the West. ISIS has been threatening the Vatican for at least a year now, saying they will raise the ISIS flag in St. Peter's Square. And we now know that Yazidi and Assyrian women and children are being sold into sex slavery, and the men are being executed. The world has known this fact for years now. Justin Trudeau himself has known this fact for years. There is no way he could not have known. We've all seen the terrible images. Yet, what did Justin Trudeau say about helping the most vulnerable people in the Iraqi war zone during the election campaign last fall? Just watch.
Whether a Liberal government would prioritize ethnic and religious minorities?
Absolutely not.
So knowing full well the atrocities facing religious and ethnic minorities in Iraq and Syria, knowing full well religious minorities can't go to refugee camps to be registered because they aren't safe for minorities there, knowing full well little children will be murdered for refusing to renounce their Christianity, knowing full well Yazidi women are being raped in front of their children, knowing full well Yazidi girls have their headscarves taken away from them when they are inevitably sold into sex slavery because these girls will try to hang themselves with their scarves. Justin Trudeau, that virtue-signaling, hectoring, useless male feminist, made those women and children wait in the exact same refugee queue as people from perfectly safe refugee camps in Turkey, only processing 9 Yazidi refugee claims. History will not judge Trudeau kindly for this. But now, 9 months later, Trudeau is being proven wrong and the Conservatives right. In fact, with the UN declaration of genocide this week, after the Liberals voted down a Conservative motion to formally recognize the genocide, it's been a full week of I told you so's for us right-wingers. And these are all I told you so's we never wanted to say. In the West, Liberals have no problem creating special classes of victimhood and special treatment for said victims. The Western special victims classes suffer Islamophobia, homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, and even racism. But when it comes to victims of murderous hate half a world away, Liberals are just unable to acknowledge that certain people are indeed special victims. Because to acknowledge those victims means acknowledging the perpetrator, and acknowledging the perpetrator as a radical Islamist. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.